Home Show.
Susan from Atascocita, Texas, has a question about foundation moisture.
Yeah, she's wondering what would cause it, Tom. Susan writes to us, I replaced my carpet with vinyl and noticed that adhesive was seeping up through the seam. So the installer came, pulled up a few pieces, and discovered the floor was wet. She says, I had leak detection tests run, no leaks. The flooring company did not put a moisture barrier down when they did the original installation. So now some flooring is starting to pop up. So they pulled up all the flooring, Tom, and found an alkaline is emitting in places. She said Friday they floated the floor, and today they found a spot the size of a small watermelon that is dark, like it's still wet down in the foundation. Have you heard of anything like this, Tom, and what can she do?
I've heard of a lot of things like this, and there's usually one of two reasons. One is you have an underground plumbing problem that's usually a drain line that has a small leak. It's seeping under the slab somewhere, and they would do what's known as a hydrostatic test to find out if it actually has a leak under there. And Due West Foundation Repair, one of our sponsors, they deal with this all the time because it ends up causing foundation problems, and that's where we learned about it way back when, is through a lot of their work that they did that people didn't even realize this was happening, and foundations are breaking all the time. As far as the other reason, it's going to be a drainage problem from yards, and that is really common, that you got drainage issues. You don't know it because the water is going up under the slab, and it's not just sitting out there against the house, although if it is, that's not a good thing either, and that should be a good sign for you to make sure water is running away from the house. Water should never sit against the foundation, and if it is during a heavy rain or after a heavy rain, even if it's just for 30 minutes, you have a problem you have to address, and that would be a call to irrigation, a licensed irrigator, as one of our sponsors, Mike Ball Irrigation. Yeah. I just want to throw out the whole thing, but Mike Ball Irrigation would be one that could help you. But if it's a irrigation problem like that, now there's a third caveat to this, and that is gutters. If you need gutters, it's causing the initial problem, but you'll still need a drainage system to take it to the street. It might be a combination of Mike Ball, would be one person you can call for the drainage, and of course Jimmy over at Custom Gutters to do the gutter system. But start with the hydrostatic test. Maybe you've done that. Leak detectors might have already done that. And so it's probably going to be a drainage issue with your yard.
Now, we get comments sometimes that you sure talk about your sponsors a lot, but there's a reason for that. In this case, both of them are the obvious answer, but I want to explain to people who are maybe new to us, Tom, that the Home Show pros that we have are people who passed a standard. We set a standard of 5 points, and you can find them on our website, that they have to meet in order for Tom to recommend them as a Home Show pro. And so when we recommend these people, it's because we're trying to save you, the time of having to find people and interview people. We've done that footwork for you already, so that's why we recommend these people to you. So,
well, we want to make sure, but Charlie, one other thing.
Yeah.
In the defense on the other side, there's a lot of good people out there. And if you have a good drainage person, a yard person you're working with, they're a licensed irrigator, there's nothing wrong. We're just trying to give you an outlet because I had my neighbor call me today and said, hey, Tom, I need a fence builder. So people are always asking me, so I need to have good people to recommend, even if it's just over the fence like Wilson and Home Improvement Show. I mean, that happens.
Well, but I liked him better in the movie, when he was the soccer ball. But anyway, so, hey, we're happy to help you out. Go visit HomeShowRadio.com. We'll help you out. Just fill out your questions, send it in. We'll answer it like this. And you'll also find all our Home Show pros there as well.